Welcome, everybody, to the live composing show. I should say, welcome back. Oh my goodness, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've done this. Man, I feel super rusty. But hey, I'm Stephen Melin. Welcome. Welcome to the show. I haven't done this show in a few months now because at the beginning of the year, I thought I stopped the stream. I killed it, put it to rest, but you guys wouldn't let me. I had a lot of people reaching out who were apparently very sad that the live composing show, 5 years running, was put to death. And the real reason behind that is I wanted to experiment more with what would it look like if every single week I put out YouTube videos that were more structured and more teaching oriented, educational, that kind of stuff. And so I just did that for 2 months. I didn't hate it by any means. I enjoyed it, but it was a different kind of energy, meaning it really kind of sucked the energy out of me to put all that effort into like production and editing. And I was quickly reminded of how much I enjoy just hanging out with you guys and kind of being more on the spot and being a little bit more raw. And you guys know this about me. I'm a talker and I like to explain things, like to take my time explaining things. And this format lends itself to that because this is a format that I could talk for 2 hours, 3 hours and show you things and take my time. It's a much slower, more organic way of teaching. And that's very much more my style instead of like having to be, perfectly scripted every little sentence. And there's a time and place for both of these things, right? But yeah, that's kind of my thought process. And at the end of the day, here's also the other thing, just speaking very frankly with you guys. At the end of the day, when I do this live stream with you, I am literally just turning on the camera to what I was already going to do today, which is writing music, which is producing music, mixing music, recording live musicians, putting soundtrack music out. And so I just figured, you know what, it's kind of double dipping, ultimately killing two birds with one stone. If I can just turn the camera on, hang out with you guys and show you the process and still get my work done, it's kind of a win-win-win all across the board. And then I don't also have to set aside a whole day to write a script, to record, to edit, to produce, to release, all the YouTube things. So I just feel like, I don't know if I necessarily have to choose one or the other, but at least moving forward, I feel like this should be the norm, is to keep the live show going once a week. But then as I feel inspired to maybe make a dedicated teaching content that's a little bit shorter, like 15, 20 minutes on a dedicated topic that needs to be talked about, okay, cool. Then let's do that instead. So I don't think it has to be one or the other necessarily. I think earlier this year I was very single-minded on, it has to be one or the other. But, hopefully that this blend is helpful for you guys, because ultimately it's all, I wouldn't do this if it didn't help you. And apparently these live streams are more valuable than I anticipated or I was aware of. So anyway, thank you guys. And seriously, I've been doing this for 5 years. Doing these live streams and showing you guys behind the scenes of how I work. And I hope that this is helpful. And I hope you know that this is not staged. This is not fake. I have a real session right here, right? I'm working on real music. And something I wanted to chat about today specifically that might be helpful for you guys. I have recently gotten very inspired by writing for live musicians. In the last few soundtracks that I've worked on, specifically Ethermancer, Animal Kind, and Eriduna. So those are the last three soundtracks I've worked on. And all three feature live musicians everywhere. And every single time that I write the sheet music and record the musicians, I'm just reminded, oh my gosh, why don't I do this more often? And so about 6 months ago, I was turned on to a company called Musiversal. And this is just me being totally real and honest. Like, look, I actually am a user. I actually record pretty often with them. Basically, it's a bunch of solo musicians around the world who they're paid a salary. And the way this works is there we go. You can see my face now. They're paid a salary and they record a certain number of sessions per day or per week. And so me as the user, as the consumer, and I pay for this service, by the way, this is not gifted to me. As a user of the service, I get a certain number of sessions per month. So it's typically around eight-ish, 8 to 10 sessions per month. And so really, you're going to get what you get. You're going to get out of the session what you put into it. So as long as you're providing sheet music and you're providing stems for the musicians to record to, and clear instructions, then they're going to deliver really good stuff back to you. And actually, just this morning, just got one back. Got some cello tracks back. That I'm excited to mix that track later today, after this stream. But my point is, by having a subscription to live musicians, what that has changed for me in the last 6 months is it has forced me to write for live musicians, which sounds so stupid, right? It's so silly. It's like, knowing that I'm spending money on something, I don't want to waste that money, and so I want to get the most value I can out of it. But that accountability of knowing that, if I don't write for a live musician this week, I'm going to waste that session that I bought. It has really forced me to write for live musicians. And so I've been putting out a lot of music recently. I've been leaning kind of into two worlds, into the TV sync licensing world and also into the video game world. But I've been using this to just spice up my soundtracks, and they're sounding so good, and I'm so excited about it. So the thought came to me this week, or I guess earlier this week, okay, what if I take this mentality of constantly writing for live musicians, but what if I applied this specifically to the video game music pack world? And that's where I came up with the idea of, okay, I'm going to create a specific, probably a 5-track music pack for Unity Asset Store, for Fab, for Unreal Engine, for Itch, for Game Dev Market, right? It's the same tracks, but just repackage it. But basically, what if I take this idea and what if I write 5 highly curated, extremely high quality, multiple versions and everything, tracks that are for a very specific game genre? And so the last 2 games, Animal Kind and Araduna, were both farming simulators, village builders. And so this cozy game genre is really blowing up, and it's something I've really enjoyed doing. And so I know that I can churn out in about a month or so. I could churn out a little soundtrack, put this on the stores, and I think that's going to do really well. And of course, it'll work in my product suite, my ecosystem of everything else that I'm doing. So what we're doing here today is I'm starting a new track. This is called Village Morning, and my process for this, I want to show you the process, that maybe you guys can do the same thing. The process is I actually start by hiring the musicians, and then it forces me into a deadline of how quickly I have to get the music done. And then it also forces me to mix it and get it in and out, a produced track within about 1 week. And by also having the constraint of this live show with you guys, it also puts that extra layer of forcing me in front of a live audience to write the track, to finish the track, to mix the track. So what I've done is I've forced constraints and limitations onto my schedule and onto my energy and my time that has now going to force me that in 1 month's time, I will have a finished, polished, produced, released video game music pack in this genre. And then I can just rinse and repeat this process as many times as I wish in other game genres. And the idea is if I sort of, continue this for multiple months, my gosh, I'm going to be crushing it, all with live music. And that just excites me and inspires me. So maybe this is a model that might work for you guys as well. And maybe if that sounds intimidating, maybe you should do it a little bit less intense constraints. But man, if there's one thing I've learned in this industry, it's I excel under pressure. I excel under constraints. And the less choices I have, the better off I am. So if I know I only have 5 instruments or 6 instruments and they're all going to be live, then I'm just going to write differently. And that's what I do with my soundtracks. So there you go. There's your spiel. There's my little 10-minute intro. See, I'm a talker. I talk too much. But I'm kind of reverse engineering my mindset and my process. I know how I work. I know that I get distracted. We all do it, right? We get shiny object syndrome where we chase after the new latest plugins. We chase after the new gear. We chase after blah, 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 blah. Oh, but if I just go watch 10 more YouTube videos, I'll be good at this thing. No, you won't. So after this video, you better go write music. So this inspires you to get back to simplicity. So here's my mindset. I literally, yesterday, because I finished up another session, my sessions were freed up with Musiversal. There we go. I got to get used to my buttons again. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. So I went to my session page and I found 4 musicians that will all be able to record before the next live stream so that I will get all the files back before I see you guys again next time so that I can actually import all of the live sessions. That's, that's the mindset here. It's insane, but I love it. So I found a flugelhorn player, a violinist, a jazz drummer, and a vibraphone player. I've actually worked with one of these guys. I've worked with Zhao before, and he did a killer job playing vibraphone. And so I'm really excited to work with him again. A lot of these people are based in South America. Some are based in the UK. Some are based in, some are in the US as well. But most of them are Eastern Hemisphere or South America. So they're in different time zones, which is awesome because I can book them at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Every single one of these people are going to be done with their session by the time I wake up and go to my inbox, and all of my files will be there. And I can literally just drag and drop into my session. And it's the craziest thing. And I've absolutely loved doing this for the last 6 months. And I hope that you will consider it as well. So consider this, it's a sales pitch, but really I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just trying to show you this has been such a career change for me in upping the quality of my music. And it's forced me into a routine and a schedule that is helping me produce way higher quality music. And I wanted to share real quick in the live chat, I've pinned it, and also in the description of this video. Musiversal actually chose me to be one of their partners, which is cool because I heard that they take like 1 out of 1,000 applicants. It's kind of crazy. I had to do a whole interview process with them, basically to show that I'm a legit producer. I actually do this for a living, that I'm not just blowing smoke, and that you, my audience, my friends here, you guys would benefit from this. So basically what they've done is we have a partner page that, let me open it up real quick. Where'd it go? There it is. Here, you can see it right there. It's a partner page. It just means that you skip the wait list, because they have a wait list, which usually takes 2 or 3 weeks, because they have a lot of people interested in using this platform, but they keep the number of users lower so that they always have sessions available. It's a genius model that was birthed out of COVID, out of 2020, when everyone became remote musicians. So I love this model. I wish I had created this model myself, but alas. Basically, by going through this page, you skip the wait list and you get a 25% discount for the first 3 months. So it knocks it down $50, something like that, per month. So hooray. And I get a small kickback when you do that. So don't do it for me, but if you need live musicians, this is such a phenomenal way to do that. So I hope that you will consider it, and you'll hear me continuously talking about this in coming weeks, because this is literally the way that I'm doing it. And I want to show you the whole process over the coming weeks so that you can just kind of understand what's going on. And by the way, you don't have to be in the sessions. I usually book people overnight so that they're recording when I'm sleeping, and we're good. But you do have to book them about 1 week in advance. But anyway, so the reason I said that is because, wow, I'm like stuck with my buttons today. The reason I said that is I booked these 4 musicians in advance because today I want to make sure that I'm writing for those musicians and not wasting my time writing sample libraries of stupid articulations and things that aren't going to work. You know what I mean? So I'm going to make sure that these instruments are the focal point, and I'm not going to overly produce things like drums, because I'm going to have a real drummer perform it and it's going to be better. But I can lay down a groove and that kind of thing. Okay? So let's get to work. Enough talking. Blah. See, that's what happens when I don't meet with you guys for so long. I have too much to say. So here we go. What I did is, before the stream, I loaded up some basic libraries here. So this is a flugelhorn. Doesn't matter where any of these are from, because it's You know, these are placeholders, but I'm calling these live MIDI tracks. This is from Session Horns Pro. Have a violin. Good old Joshua Bell. And I typically take the reverb and everything off of these because I want them to sound like they're live. What'd you say, Gabe? I have started to force myself to commit to a sound and roll with it. I was able to get a demo for a boss battle theme in 2 hours. Heck yeah, dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That would have been impossible for me a few months ago. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, the more we can commit to stuff, the better. Sarah says, I've had 2 relatively quick deadlines recently, and nothing motivates you more than a hard and fast due date. Amen. So the fact that I know that I basically have to finish this track with you guys today and then write the sheet music like tomorrow and get it to the musicians so that I have everything back in time for next week's live stream. Yeah, that's some serious motivation. All right, so this next little part here, a little vibraphone. Where's that from? I don't know. The Score. I just found the first one. And then a jazz kit. It's more like a garage kit, but it's, yeah, a jazz kit. This is, I don't even know what this is from. Native Instruments, I guess. Again, the point is it doesn't matter. I'm going to still make the demo sound as best as it can, but it doesn't really matter. And because I can only get 4 musicians at a time on Musiversal, if I want more live musicians, I'm going to have to play it myself, just the constraints that I've set up here. So I loaded up, from Simple Samples, I loaded up my ambient scoring bass, which is literally my Warwick bass right there. Which I think is a nice warm tone. And should I want that, I can always record it, which I might do today or next week. We'll see. And then also have my my Fender Strat finger picked, which might be a nice addition for kind of cozy vibes. And I might use some strings. And this is just Musio. So if you guys are not turned on to Musio yet, this is another very low-cost subscription. Highly recommend it. I was one of their beta users way back when, so I will openly share that I don't have to pay for this because I talk about it a lot. But I would still pay for it. Let me put a caveat. If I didn't already have all the thousands of dollars of sample libraries that I've invested in over the years, this would be a no-brainer for me. But I use it because I have it. I use it mainly for quickly sketching things like string ensembles, brass ensembles. But every once in a while, like I really like their violin sections. I like some of their horns, that kind of stuff. And every once in a while, I'll just kind of poke through and see what the new stuff is inside of here. I'm kind of on the fence if I would buy it today because I don't necessarily need it. But for a starting out composer, oh my gosh, I have literally spent thousands of dollars on sample libraries over the years. And the fact that all of, not everything in existence, but a huge smattering of the industry is contained in this one cloud plugin. It's insane. Absolutely. Yeah, Jordan, I wish that they had Musio 1. I actually looked for Musio 1 a couple months ago. I was going to buy it because I like Musio so much. But they got rid of it. And, you know, they're kind of in an experimental... They were in an experimental phase of trying to get customers and stuff, so I don't blame them for doing that. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But I love the direction that they're going, and I think it makes perfect sense as they continue to update it. All right, coffee time. I have 2 new coffee flavors, by the way, that I should share. This is not a coffee channel, but I love coffee, and I love brewing espresso. So, 2 new flavors I'm trying recently this week. I'm doing white mocha raspberry. Big fan of that. And then I also am trying some, what do you call it? Cane sugar and peach for the spring weather. That's a really good latte. Cane sugar and peach. Oh my gosh, so good. Highly recommend it. Anyway, see, like exactly what Jordan just said. What do you say about alchemy? Okay, he said composing is more and more. You're starting to see composing more and more like cooking and alchemy. I'm just going to throw ingredients in and see what comes out. Sometimes it's great, sometimes not so much. Exactly, and this is how you get better. Is you just keep trying stuff. And by the way, quick little caveat, and then geez, I got to start writing. Can you tell I'm excited to be back? I chose these 4 instruments, or I guess you could call it 6 instruments, because my last 2 soundtracks, I always want to make sure when I make a soundtrack that it's unique and stretching myself a little bit and trying some new things. So guys, I don't write for flugelhorn. I don't write for vibraphone. I don't write for jazz drums at all. I have like almost no experience writing for those. I've done a little bit. But I wanted to push myself to like try a new little eclectic blend of instruments that might sound good, but also be different and unique. Obviously, I've written for violin a ton, and so I wanted to pick at least one instrument that I'm super confident with, that if all else fails, that will shine. But yeah, this is a bit of an experiment today to make this work, and I'm excited because it's something new. Because you know what my default is? Accordion, violin, cello, piano, which that's kind of my safety zone. Double bass, like plucks. That's kind of my safety zone, and that's basically the entire Animal Kind soundtrack. And I didn't want to get into that headspace and accidentally write Animal Kind music for a different game. I want to keep it separate and like keep the IP. So yeah, that's one of the things you got to be careful about if you're going to write a bunch of music, is you don't want everything to sound the same. Yeah, so that's my artistic style will still come through no matter what I write, and that's a good thing. But I want to intentionally force myself to a new palette. And let's say that this goes really well today, and I like these musicians, then I can literally do the same thing, rinse and repeat, next week with a different track. And I already have 5 tracks that I picked that I think would be a nice kind of general covering of sim life games and cozy farming games. I have Village Morning, Farm Work, Cozy Night, Rainy Day, and Snowy Day. I feel like that kind of covers the basics of what would be helpful and useful in these games. And I could see all 4 or all 6 of these instruments working well in all of those environments. Okay, so enough talking. Shut up, Steven. Freaking write some music. Okay, let's do it. So before the stream, I came up with a couple ideas that I liked quite a bit that kind of sealed the deal for me. So here's my little vibraphone. Very Kingdom Hearts. That needs some reverb. Violin. This is kind of like Pokemon-esque. Okay, so that was my little idea, and I like it. Obviously, it's super unpolished and everything, but I feel like it's enough. Proves the concept that this could actually work. So when I think of this genre, I think of maybe Animal Crossing. I think of Stardew Valley. The music needs to kind of have some upbeat energy to it, like Village Morning, right? We want to feel like the music is moving and grooving in the background. So I feel like the jazz kit's going to help a lot with that. But it's probably going to be a really good idea for me to provide, to make a 5-track pack attractive and valuable for a lot of types of games. I think it'd be good to have alternate mixes that have and do not have the drums, that maybe do and don't have some of the melodies. That way it could be a little bit more usable, especially, you know, some of these games you're sitting there in an environment for like 30 minutes. So a 2-minute loop, or however long we get to today, might feel very obnoxious and repetitive. So it might be really good to deliver stems so that the end user, the developer, could actually mix and match based on the activities of what's happening in the day. Just to get way more mileage out of less music is maybe deliver them more in the form of layers. Or maybe if I record violin and flugelhorn for all the melodies, we could just let the developer decide where to put the melodies. So I'm trying to think more along the lines of layers and loops, to be more interactive and ultimately more usable and more value to the small amount of tracks that I'm producing at a high quality. So that's kind of the mindset, quality over quantity. Anyway, vibraphone. I feel like this needs, all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to my mixing here and throwing stuff into some reverb to kind of, and balancing out the levels a little bit because they were pretty hot in my ears. So let's talk some chords. There we go. Oh, can't go that low. That's Final Fantasy, isn't it? Yeah. That's Final Fantasy 1. Wait. Yeah. Good old Uematsu-san. Alright, so that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Literally, vibe. But I have to remember that, he only has 4 mallets. You gotta think differently when you're writing for a live musician, because you're like, this is even humanly possible. Okay, and you get one shot. This guy, Zhao, he's literally gonna be sight reading this one time, twice, right? So like it has to work. There is no plan B, or else I have to wait a whole nother week, and then my entire plan gets thrown off. But this is what you do when you prepare to record with a live orchestra, and you're spending $10,000 to record an orchestra. You don't get to make mistakes. You lose your job, right? So this like ideation phase that we're going through right now, that's why I'm doing this. So it may sound like a bunch of random ideas, but I'm trying to I have a bunch of like puzzle pieces in my head. I'm trying to merge them together to make something that can work for the whole piece. So going back to this original idea, I think that's a nice catchy, the sun's coming out. It's like a little motif. Right? It kind of establishes that we're in C. So this genre is like predicated on starting on a one chord, going away from it, and then coming back. Kind of, that's what makes it feels cozy, right? It has this, what's the word I'm looking for? Inevitability. It feels like we're gonna keep going. It always has this like ending back on the one chord before it moves to a new phrase. So that's kind of what I'm going for. But also there is a chromaticism that lives in this style where the bass typically walks up and down by half steps, hovering around the 1, the 4, and the 5 chords. If you want a tinge of sadness or melancholy, you throw in a 6th chord or like a 7th chord. So there's obviously a lot of room for variation. So what do we have so far? So I think we'll start playing around. Kind of hover on an F2 chord for morning time. Oh, I'm in a different key. Weird. Oh, dang it. We're in F major. Ha! Good, because flats. I gotta think about flugelhorn is a flat instrument. Well, that changes everything. So, I just played everything in C. We gotta go to F. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Just transposed. Ha! Here we go. See, now we're in F. Okay, cool. So we got a nice little sketch here. All right, turn that. Like that. That actually comes directly from Earthbound, which I absolutely love. Isn't that Kenichi, the composer? It's where he like plays on the inversions. instead of doing a traditional like Beatles that kind of thing. I love that unexpected inversion kind of thing. Interesting. Okay, so Gabe says, if a developer sends you a reference track for a custom track, do you go for the same key? No, not necessarily. I don't think so. It might inspire you. I think you just some advice that I've heard, which I think is really sound. I don't remember who said it, which composer, which A-lister. I've done a lot of interviews with A-listers, so I get them all jumbled up. But it's pretty common wisdom that when you get reference tracks, just listen to them and then put them away. Don't listen to them again. And then just kind of let yourself internalize, what do all of these have in common? Especially if they send multiple, you should always ask for multiple reference tracks, not just one. Because then you can kind of see, okay, between these 3 tracks, they're all around 120 BPM. They're all in a minor key. They all use a flugelhorn as the main lead, right? So clearly the developer wants a flugelhorn lead or something similar to that. So you can start to, take the average of the multiple tracks, what are the commonalities between them, and then use that, extract that, then write your own thing that has nothing to do with those. And typically by doing that, you're in the vernacular of that world. In the same way that right now, even though I haven't committed to any of these ideas that I'm playing around with for cozy games have a vernacular. They have a vocabulary. They have commonly used instruments. They have commonly used eclecticism. They have certain chord progressions, and that's what I'm leaning into right now. Instinctively, I really want to use accordion on this, but I'm not going to, because that would kind of break my code here today, that I need to force myself to do something that's different. So I actually like using this particular set of instruments. It's going to be very interesting, because I'm not used to it. Anyway, I think what I've landed on. Kind of this walking down bass idea, which I might actually just get the bass. Turn that down a little bit. Let me put these at -6. All my instruments were so loud in my ears. There. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in between. So I think I really need a piano sketch here. Although I kind of liked... stop there. Just to get a little bit of quantizing there. Right, I can work with that. And I am fully okay with this sounding very MIDI-esque today, because that's not the goal. The goal is to get live musicians on this and to really spice it up. So I have a different process in my head today. I'm not trying to make it sound as best it can. I'm trying to make it as playable, as human-like as possible. So let's go over here to the guitar. Let's do some delay to give it some life. That, make it 20%, and then that would be nice, and turn it down even more, pretty loud. Getting there. Okay, so that can mostly stay unquantized. So what I want to do is take all of the chords here that were not like strummed, and basically I want to quantize all the eighth notes that would be appropriate to be. Just trying to poke through which ones would qualify. There. That'll help the beat. And let's do a little bit of EQ just to make it sit better in the mix. A live player will just sound way brighter and cleaner and less muddy. So, theoretically, should I do this correctly, this entire thing should work perfectly without the melody. So when I deliver a mix without the melody, it should work like this. Right? That could be a track, and it should be. So the melody will be a separate mix. What's up, Tyler? So I actually really like this. So let me create some section markers. This will be like the A2 section. This is the intro. It's the A1. And it was that. So just like I did a 5-bar intro instead of 4 bars because it makes it. This will be the loop point right here, and because I have a pickup beat, it makes more sense. 1, 2, 3 to have that 5th bar. Why does that sound bad? Oh, it's a B. There it is. Here. This should be 8th notes. Like that. Yeah, so I want some kind of modulation here, chord-wise and melody-wise, to kind of make it more interesting. I actually like that a lot. So, so basically we did this for the second time. I want to do that little chromatic. Literally just gonna use my ear here. Huh, interesting. All right, so let's do. Gotta get that B in there. I'm not used to writing in F major, so this is kind of fun too. I'm curious why I picked that note. What did I hear in my head? Huh. Okay. I'm gonna get this because it matters to me. This is like just one little detail, but it matters. So tricky. Okay, I'm going to rewrite the end of the melody just so it follows the chords better. Yeah, that's better. And I'll make the drums not be so crazy here. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So close and so wrong all at the same time. Let me have my moment, okay? Kind of didn't suck. Okay. It's like a proper B section there. Suddenly gonna cry. Don't do that. I mean, you can if you want. That's sweet of you. So I like this. It's like a tease. This will only work if I keep the bass suspended. I think that's the secret. Like here. and I'll play with that. I'll make it an ugly color. An alarming color, so I can change it later if I want to, but... I think I'm just playing the wrong chord. That's what I'm trying to do. So I guess it's really just a 4/1. So I'm playing the wrong inversion. That is what's screwing this whole blasted thing. That's it. Let me fix it. Yay. Yeah, okay. That'll help. Brum, ba-dum, bum. Brum, ba-dum, bum, brum. Okay. That's good, that's good. Actually, it's exactly a 2-minute loop, which is perfection. use of 4 mallets, I think. Cool. Yeah, okay, this is the first drum kit I found. It's literally called Jazz Kit. It's from Native Instruments. This is what it looks like. Just Jazz Kit. Just typed it in. I like it. It's very subdued, which jazz kits usually are, because they're playing with the brush instead of traditional stick, or at the very least the snare they're playing side stick, which is way more quiet and typically has a boomier bass to the kick drum. All right, this little guy, not little, but you know what I mean, this string patch, let's make a bigger deal out of it. So I'm going to solo it and quantize. I'm going to ride the mod wheel real quick. Okay, so that's what I just added in, and then I'm going to take the sustain and obliterate it because that was pointless. There we are. It's quite nice. Basically, we need like a big decrescendo there. So the whole patch is too loud. Oh, there it is. See, that tiny little blip right there caused it to make that stutter. Museo librarians are extremely sensitive to modulation, which I love. It means that they have really wide dynamics, which is cool. Very musical. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Oh yeah, so this DAW, this is called Nuendo. It's Cubase Pro. Really good for game audio. My favorite by far. It's only been an hour. Actually, it's been like 40 minutes, and we almost have a whole track. It's crazy. When you focus with limitations, you can write faster. 'Cause I'm not gonna like make every note perfect because I'm gonna have a real player doing all the grace notes and stuff. Like. This should be longer. Oh yeah, use Reaper. If you're good at Reaper, use Reaper. Cubase Pro would be the next best bet if you don't need all the game audio stuff. And they just came out with Nuendo 15 like a few days ago. So I'm sure this is Nuendo 12, by the way. So I'm 3 versions behind, and it still kicks butt. So you could always find an old version on Sweetwater or something for like super discount. It's perpetual. You don't do a subscription or anything, so you save a lot of money that way. Is that the melody I want? All right, so Cubase versus new window. Cubase. Cubase. Well, new window is Cubase, but it adds a few organization features. So, for example, over here, I don't believe Cubase has all of this, all these extra menus and things, which I'm a big fan of. And you can choose which ones are shown, but I like to have my channel racks right here. I like to have my EQs, my pre section. I like to have my sends. I like to have my solo defeats. I like to have my visibility of my tracks over here. There's a full undo history, which is pretty cool. If you make a mistake, you can go back and find it. I'm not sure exactly which is in which, but it's just more feature sets. Probably the biggest of all, though, is right here. If you're someone who uses Wise a lot, as I do, somewhere over here is the MIDI. Oh my gosh, Game Audio Connect right there. Game Audio Connect is probably the biggest difference. It's just this little engine right here that when you have Wise loaded up, you can literally take a MIDI region like this and literally click and drag it into the box, and it will load it into Wise for you. Unbelievable. So helpful. So if you're like really into sound design and just doing a lot of Wise stuff, it's only Wise. It doesn't work with Fmod. I wish it did, but yeah. And yeah, exactly what Jordan just said. There's a lot of upgrade paths from other DAWs. Start with Cubase, and then if you learn to love it, upgrade to new window one day. But in the game industry, new window is taking over. Thanks, Jake. All right, I feel like this vibraphone is loud and too wet, so I'm going to decrease it. There we go. So I want to add some little counter melodies in this section. Oh, I see now. Okay. Hey, what's up, Matt? Hey, man. Everybody say hey to Matt. And yeah, Elegy, I'm not anti-Logic by any means. I used to use Logic as my primary DAW, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the direction they've taken on. They seem to be very loop-centered and like their plugins centered. You'll find Cubase, excuse me, and New Window don't have a lot of plugins. It has like all the basics, it has basics, but it's very stripped down in that arena, and you can tell the German engineering behind Cubase. It's bare bones, but it's like efficient. Everything's about efficiency, which I jive with German thinking generally anyway. My last several clients have been German companies, which I work so well with the German mindset of efficiency and planning, and yeah, I don't know. It's just a different way of doing things, but yeah. So glad you're here, Matt. All right, I'll just got a counter melody in this A2. But I want it to be kind of sparse and minimal. But I have to kind of keep it hovering on the chord. Ah, it didn't. There it goes. Get my blues scale in here today. Yikes. Oh, they're all eighth notes. There we go. Since it's going to be recorded live, you don't get to make mistakes like that. Like, you got to make sure. That's the other good thing about doing this, is it forces me to write good parts, and I don't get the excuse. I don't get to say, well, it'll just sound better later. It won't if I don't clean it up now here at the note level. Live music it doesn't make things better. It just exposes. If you write a good part, it'll sound better. If you write a bad part, it'll sound worse. It kind of clashes. I wonder if I should just do on the first one only, or the second one only. That feels like it's missing something. Yikes. I am missing the entire bass line there. It's going to be very, very lovely. pretty close. Let's do this. I'm going to take a little stretch break. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Just maybe 2 minutes. Be right back. Where's my coffee button? Bah! Welcome back, everybody, to the Live Composing Show. The show where anything is possible. Where dreams come true. All right, so working on a brand new music pack. This is called, what is it called? Cozy Life Sim. Where I'm basically doing farming, village building type of music. Doing a little music pack, but not just doing a music pack. That's not interesting. Instead, they're all live. The whole thing's going to be live instruments, some of which I'll be playing, some of which I'm hiring out using Musiversal, which I highly recommend you guys check out. I am a partner with them because I use it all the time, and I hope that inspires you to do the same. Check out the link in the description for 25% off first 3 months, which knocks out about $50 per month, which is actually incredible. It's already super cheap. And if you're wondering, how can we do this so cheap? Well, it's because these are worldwide musicians who are paid a set salary, and they just have to record on a certain number of sessions per day or per week, whatever how it actually works behind the scenes. But yeah, every single session I've had has been great, absolutely great. So while I was taking a little break, my brain said, go record something. So I grabbed a harmonica. I have several harmonicas, but I have one in B flat, which is close to F, because that's the 4 chord. So maybe that can work. I don't know. It might work. And then I got a little shaker. And then I also got my microphones, 2 of them. See? Wait, you can't see them. They're out of frame. Oh, there's one. Number 2's over here. There it is. Cool. Because I want to show you my favorite way to record shakers. And I feel like this is just a perfect track that needs some shaker. So what I do is open up the, where is it? Right there. Open up my audio interface settings, which is over here. So right now, this is my talking mic right there. Headphones on the bottom, and audio and speaker on the bottom. What we want to do is find channels 11 and 12, which are right here. Boom, boom, and they're panned left 100% and right 100%. Set to 40 gain right now. Turn them both on. And I think because it's a shaker, we should make it 30, so it's not too loud. And what I'm going to do is go back to my DAW, create 2 new audio tracks. The first one is going to be 11 mono, and this is going to be shaker left. And you can't see that, so it's fine. I'll just show you right there. There, shaker left, and then make another one. Mono 12, shaker right. And then I'm going to take left, pan it 100% left, take right, pan it 100% right. And I'm going to make those blue because they're audio, and then turn them both on. Check, 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 check. Sweet. And then we're going to have ourselves a little recording sesh like this. So, wrong instrument. Sorry. Cool. Let me turn off my mic. You can still kind of hear me. Going to stand up for this one. I have the microphone set to 45 degrees. Like this. Yeah. I'm going to point them at the shaker. And then do my best. Do my best to play in the middle while we do this. And it's going to sound absolutely phenomenal. Here we go. So that's how that works. And I love that it's not perfect. It's not quantized. I don't care that I like it like that because it's human, right? Let's do a little fade in at the beginning. Not too much. Kind of like that. Here at the end, probably just do it like that. And here's what it sounds like. The idea is to have a shaker that could be an alternate percussion track as well, if you don't want the whole drum kit. probably, if we're going to keep the drum thing. Right there. Cool. Yay! Now, the next test is, can we get this harmonica to sound good? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, yeah, if I do the 4 chord, yeah, the 5 chord of B flat is the F. I like that a lot. It kind of gives me the accordion vibe that I was wanting, but, you know, I'm cheating. Totally cheating. Excuse me. I'm going to do mono for this one. Let's just do number 11. And this will be harmonica. I do not want stereo harmonica. That sounds awful. Stereo is a very limited thing. You don't do that for a lot. So, yeah, I'm glad I figured that out. So let me just do number 11, and then I'm going to position this a little different. Let's do like this. So I'm doing face height. You can watch. I'm doing about mouth level in front of me, right here. You can kind of see it. There. And then I'm going to play. Like this. That way it's more directional. So let's give that a shot. Did I not record? Holy bananas. I didn't push record button. This takes a lot of breath. Sorry, as I'm dying over here. This is such a good take too. Dang it. Here it is without all the extra. Oh, it's nice. It's very lovely. Just got to turn it way the heck down. Like 10, and then put a reverb on it to kind of match the space. Maybe like 10. A lot of low end buzz. Definitely gives cozy vibes and farmer vibes, I think. Yay! Now the question is there another spot that we could... There at the beginning, what do you think? Is that terrible? I mean, I don't ever record harmonica, so maybe. Maybe like there. To kind of like, so it's not such a surprise when it comes later. Yeah. Right there. Right there, the B section. Or the A, too. Yeah, now that actually really works for the this part, because we're introducing a new instrument, but we're kind of keeping it chill. And I like that it kind of blurs into the inversion. Yeah. Nice. That was a cool last minute addition. I don't think I want to add anything else, honestly. I'm going to try something though. Kind of hesitant, but I don't know. Don't want to spend all day on this either. Tell you what, I think it's the most important thing is to finish this B section, because time is of the utmost essence here. I'd rather have a working demo that's not 100% produced that I can produce later. It's like I've got to get this B section. So let me do that. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna put these microphones away. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Cool. I want to focus now on getting this B section up and running to make this fill it out more. So that's just the piano. We don't want a piano sketch. So far we have featured flugelhorn and then violin, vibraphone. Let's do some drums. Cool. Cool. And then that should loop back to measure 6. Really, it's going to go back to 5.4, or 5.3, 5.3, and it's going to end right there. 544, so really the loop is here. I need to make a point of that because of the whatchamacallit, the pickup beat. I am going to do a little bit of quantizing for the shaker so it's not so off. So we do this by going to audio, hit points, calculate hit points for just that audio region, which is the shaker, and then go to quantize. I'm thinking to do quarter note quantize. That way everything is more even. Help it. Let me try eighth notes. Nope. 16ths. So I'll just keep trying these. Weird. It's like doing them separately. No good. I'll just leave it alone then. Okay, fine. It's a pretty sound. Alright, so let me X that out for a second. There's a sketch. Alright, that's kind of the idea I'm going for. So what I'm trying to do is do a flugelhorn melody for B1, even though the B section is pretty short here. So B flugel. So trying to figure out what range works best with that instrument, you know. And the B2 will be violin, a little bit higher. I think it just works better. So it actually works, just A flat, G, G flat. Okay. Bear with me. Lack of production. Jeez. There it is. Okay. Excuse me. Let me get it in writing. Dang it, I was so close. So I know what the first part is. Excuse me. with me. We're going to get this. Might be a little dark, but I'm hoping with the instrumentation it'll lighten it up a bit. Kind of the idea. Okay, piano screwed up, but okay, it's gonna work. Promise. Maybe. Maybe kind of, sort of. Yeah, very grandma. It is in my DNA. Sorry, I can't escape it. Final Fantasy plus Zelda equals me. Plus French Impressionism. Barber and Ravel and Debussy. I just can't escape it. It's just it is in my DNA. Hey, thanks so much, Jonathan. You've been watching YouTube for years and finally hard at work, and I owe the productivity to you. Ah, that's so kind, man. I'm just one composer working hard, and hopefully that inspires others. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so it has to repeat. So my melody has to end. I don't do MIDI CC stuff. I just draw it in, honestly. But for my, my Axiom keyboard here, right here, gosh, I'm just using mod wheel as needed. That is all. That is all. I guess I have to do the heroic thing. Okay, I'm trying to make sure these don't sound like two separate tracks, you know? Might be kind of cool. Okay. Bah, schwa. So here's what I need to do. Okay, I have figured it out, finally, 1,000 years later. B flat. Not yet. So I want to end on high, so okay. Hopefully someone's tracking with me. Yay, figured it out. So that's the second half. That actually makes a whole lot more sense now. So the violin melody now has to match. So that is broken. Let me fix this. There it is. Yay! Now it's all cheerful and happy again. Hooray, hooray, hooray. That worked out. The only thing that did not work out is the mod wheel. It's getting me in trouble. Hold on. There we are. Just like that. Yay! Then it'll loop perfectly. Okay. Wow, that took a lot of thought. So now I just got to make sure this vibraphone part on the second half, which the violin comes in. Da, dum, dum. I like it better as a little roll. Gotta think like 4 mallets, so I'm doing 2 fingers per hand. Yeah, I don't have time to do a resolution there. So I'm just gonna roll. Yay! And again, I know this stuff does not sound great yet because I'm just banking on the violin crushing it. I hate MIDI violin so much. That melody is so in your face. I might ease it a little bit. Yeah, it's a little less pungent. What does that do? Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, I think the bass line here. So if I just fix the melody there, it should work. Yeah. I got you. I got you, Jake. That's I hear the dissonance, and that's what I was trying to resolve. But I had to make sure that my second half worked before I could make the first half less interesting. I wanted the second half to be the more interesting modulation. That's where my ear wants to go, but instead I'm going to tame it down. Got it. Yay! Hey, what's up, Bailey? Welcome, man. Figured out this blasted part. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is finishing a track, right? That one. Ah, we have one miss. Let's fix all this. Hey, thanks, man. That's more interesting to me and less predictable. Howdy do. Here comes the strings. Feels so good having excuse me, having the strings only in the second half. And these are intentionally very bright strings, studio strings. There it is. Nice. Make them brighter, less dark. Cool. So this can work even without the melodies. It totally works with and without the melody, which is the point, right? And we can also take away the drums completely, and it should work. mission accomplished today. Bada boom, bada bing. So from here, I need to decide if I'm going to actually play these. I'm going to attempt it for just a moment, just to show you what I would do. It might suck, but I am still working on my bass and guitar skills. But this is a really good excuse to try, right? It's always a good sign when you get your own song stuck in your head. Okay, here's what I'll do. Exactly like before. Over here on my side screener-ony. I need to turn on my guitar and bass, which is just a button. There it is, 48 volts. Boom, now the phantom power's on. It sounds like I'm being electrocuted. Guitar players, you know what I'm talking about. What input? This is input 9. Let's keep it on mono, stereo. Cool. This is E-bass. Let's just see what happens. This might suck. And if it sucks, guess what? I have a backup plan. So let's turn it on, but it's not going to be the... I'm going to turn on... my favorite little thingamajig here is Guitar Rig. The old one, I like Guitar Rig 5, because it has this DI bass preset, which is so good. Now, let's turn that sucker way down, like to 20. Maybe even less. Get my little footstool here so I don't collapse while trying to play. And I'll try. Let me tune real quick. And actually, there's a within Guitar Rig, there's a tuner, which is nice when you're doing DI like this. Hit this little tuner button. Really helps. That's why I started with piano. I can write a catchy tune on piano and then put it in whatever instrument. Let me know if that's too loud. Is that too loud? It's pretty smoking in my ears. It's probably too loud. If I think it's too loud, it's probably too loud. Let's see what happens. I think just the track as well. It's going to be too loud. There we go. Give me a sec. So for all practical purposes, the stream is over if you need to go, but I still wanted to try. But as the veterans know, the stream's never over till it's over. Flat. All right, let's see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Kind of see what happens, yeah. Still looks live to me. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. All right, let's do a little test playback since it's hard to hear. Oh, yeah. Sounds pretty good. All right, I'm going to turn my input up, but then I'm going to turn down the volume inside this thing. It just doesn't need all that makeup gain. Let's turn it down by 10. See if that evens it out. Even though it's that tone. Just trying to get my levels before I commit all the way. Oh, I put it on left. Dumb. That's why it sounded weird. It was on mono. It was panned. There we go. Now let's play for real, for real. F major, bro. F major. I think simple's gonna win here. So let me keep all of that up until the B part. I'll just make a second track here. So I can keep rolling, grooving and moving and grooving, whatever. All right. I'm not used to playing in flats, sorry. What's that one gonna be? Oh, just literally. This string is still out of tune. Not good when you're out of tune, huh? Test it. Haven't played bass in a little while. So that's why I'm doing this. Forces me. Been playing a lot of cello, though. Been teaching cello lessons. Man, nothing teaches you faster than trying to teach somebody else. My gosh. I'm actually getting pretty good now. Play something every day. Alright, I gotta hurry up. Alright, let's play the thing. Can't believe I'm doing this today. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Hey, it's okay. It's mostly there. Glad you guys can enjoy my practice session here today. Is that a G? Dang it. Hey, it's almost there. This is where I just do another take here. that's so much easier than I was making it. Oh my gosh. Blah, it's not that hard. See? So much easier than I was making it. Cool. I think I messed up one spot. Because I'm here. Let's do it. Yeah, Jordan, doing the bass. So much fun. I love playing bass. Yeah, I like keeping the little groove there. Sweet. It's mostly there. So what I'll do is kind of comp those together like this. There was a couple spots I made a mistake. But hooray, I can turn the thing off. Yay! That actually went exceedingly well. I'm really scared to even try guitar. I don't even know how awful that might be. I kind of want to try. Just to say I did. Just to say. You never know. You never know. I may have improved. It's part of this gig. It's just get better. Get a little bit better every day. That's it. And I can use the same input, actually. Just duplicate. And then this will be e-guitarra. And if it all fails historically, then we'll just have to move on with our lives. That wasn't perfect, but it was a good enough take that they're mostly there. Guitar. Let's give it the same treatment here. Where's my mic? There. Holy, sorry ears. Jeez. Did not mean to jump scare you. Just kind of happened. It's because I have the... Whoops. So sorry. Goodness. 70,000 people left the stream. Turn that way down. A little too crunchy crunch for this style, so we need something that's really light. we're really trying to play here is... Wow, I just figured it out. Nice. See, put yourself in crazy situations and you can figure all kinds of crap out. So I'm going to copy over the delay that I had for, the MIDI one. Let's see what that sounds like. I might not be able to hear it. I want to hear it though. Can I? Interesting. Maybe I'll just hear it on the back end. Oh, when I'm recording, duh. Cool, this is kind of fun. So, let's see. And it's kind of funny that my limited skill set forces me to play simple notes, and therefore it actually sounds better. So it's an F, so... Sounds like a banjo a little bit, which is kind of cool. So for this part, I'm gonna detune. Try to get creative here. How to actually physically play this with limited guitar skills. Let's try that. Might not use guitar there. It's kind of where I'm leaning. It's kind of where I'm leaning. Either don't do it or keep it simple. All right, cool guys. So, thanks for coming to my guitar practice session. That was actually a ton of fun. Getting to play all this stuff, and yeah, so I'm gonna finish this track, ship off the parts, and get them recorded. And next week, I will mix the new track, or mix this track with the soloists, and show you how I do that process. And hopefully get to start on the new track as well. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this today. Hopefully that was a lot of fun for you, just getting to be a part of the process. So yeah, from here, get back to work. Hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next time. Let me play out the final track in its current MIDI state with some sort of guitar and sort of bass live. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm going to color code for a second. There we go. And we got some harmonica and shaker in there as well. So there's a lot of good stuff. So here's what it sounds like. I'm going to actually, real quick, just for now, I'm going to disable all those tracks because they're not good. And yeah, go from there. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. And just for fun, I'll put up some more Stardew Valley gameplay so we can kind of listen to it in context. Here we go.